Welcome back to the show, everybody. Kamen Build, episode number 39, The Unstoppable Genes. Now, kids, before we get into the review today, I want to give y'all something special. It's a very important word that's going to bleed all throughout this review and in all its various verb tenses and forms. So I'm going to check you at the end of this to make sure you've been paying attention. Today's word of the day, kids, is rationale and all of its different variations and forms because this episode was bleeding with it. But I just want to start out with that to let you know this is going to be a lesson not only for how we do in this show, but something for you to think about later. So let's get to work. We begin this episode right where we left the last one. That boy Usumi got the power of Mad Rogue, and he's about to mad rape, and that's exactly what he did. In another episode of Gentoku Takes L's to make sure to show you how different a power level is to his, took that motherfucking L. That L got taken, got that ass whooped. My favorite part of that whole fight was when it was time to hit him with that Evotikataku. He just sat up here like, I'm going to grow wings and then not even hit you. I'm just going to float right past you just like this. Right past you, it's like this, or like that, or I'm gonna quit playing with y'all on that Pulp Fiction shit. But he just flew right past him. The energy of I've gone fucking psycho in the name of science just sat up here and just said nope. And I'm gonna use this excuse to scratch my nose. But yeah, Mike, that was off the chain. It was good to show what Usumi could do with Mad Rogue, and we're gonna be seeing a lot of that later. So just to compartmentalize what you just heard. Usumi delivered them rape level elves, and as usual, evil Alucard took the L in the name of putting someone over. Because I'm telling you, Gentoku Himuro is the best worker in Kamen Rider Build. All he do is put niggas over. That's his job. He not like a jobber to the stars. He just put niggas over. Like, yo, it's a new form, time to put that nigga over, and that's just exactly what he did. So after all the L's has been taken, and Usumi's like, yo, yummy, time for that work, bitch. Here comes me time to stand. Like, nah, bruh. Nah, man, it's enough. It's enough. We throwing up the X's. Like, yo, no, match is over. Let me Joe Ketsu us out of here, though. Smoke! And then they end up back at the Oxygen. Now, in all of this, we learn a couple of things. After the squad get back, Takumi Kasaragi is still an asshole. But an asshole with rationale. Remember, that's our word of the day. Remember the last couple episodes since he's back and we've learned the truth about what he was doing in the apartment that day. It ain't changed. He still want Evoto and Banjo Ryuga's head on a fucking pike just because you from Mars, you not from Earth. This world beef, bitch. I ain't no racist. I'm a Marxist or wherever the fuck Evoto's from. We just gonna say Gap Planet. It's fuck Gap Planet gang, bitch. I'm finna put work in, nigga, for my hood. Earth, bitch. And it's just like, that's just what the fuck he on. But again, in understanding the rationale of why, you have to understand that Takumi Kasaragi has lost a lot because of Evoto. Also a whole lot. So that would drive any man to sit up here and be like, yo, all of you needs to be gone. Y'all needs to get back, chill, nothing. You needs to be ghosts. You got the squad sitting up here trying to tell his fool, like, it ain't completely 100% like that, fam. Like, yo, chill. Like, yo, Banjo been standing by you side by side. I don't know this nigga. All I remember the last time I was a thing, I want to kill this fool. I'm like, I don't know what's up with my boy Sento, but me, man, I want this fool gone. While all of this is happening, and another thing that I always like to highlight that the show does really well, is that even in this dark time of trying to figure out that Gentoku Himuro then took another fucking massive fucking L upstairs, and we're going to talk about that in 2 seconds, is they take a time to have a little fun with what's going on. You got Banjo just sitting up here doing what the fuck he got to do, sitting up here thinking he Okada, but we can't really talk about Okada right now. Shout out to my boy Kenny Omega, the god of wrestling right now. Just putting it out there. Like, yo, if you haven't seen Dominion, this is me telling you to go see Dominion. But, you know, we got an episode of Random Select coming up later where we going to talk about everything that happened at Dominion. So, you know, just laying the seeds for later on. So, yeah, remember that. Dominion. The man. Cody Travers, the mayor. Bitch, what up? So, in this, he remembers. He sees a thing while he's punching a bag like the Mars got destroyed. In this, we are reaffirmed and remembering that ever since he grabbed that dragon bottle and it morphed into Super Grand Ultra Instinct bottle, I'm the Juggernaut bitch bottle, I can remember things because I am one with Evoto again. So this is the thing. You want to know also what's the thing? Japanese Lois Lane and that boy Gintoku Hero, former leader of the Gray Squad. Because see, we need to push new ships. You thought it was going to be Japanese Lois Lane and Metan the Stan? No. Metan the Stan only got eyes for Metan, but Metan don't want to get that because she trying to get with Banjo Ryuga, aka the Juggernaut, bitch. I'ma blow your brains out with my dick from a Gak planet. Blow your brains out with my dick from a Gak planet. Yeah, we just went there. But yeah, they trying to set up the ship. Like, I don't know if you heard, trying to set up this ship. Alright, so here's the part I've been waiting on because I just want to tell you this. Evoto, he's still your lord. You thought that boy Usumi had a chance to do what he want? Nah, bruh. You ain't working under daddy number. No, you working for Lord now. You do what I say. You don't ask questions. It don't matter. When I tell you murk a nigga, you murk a nigga. And if you don't, I'm gonna murk your bitch ass. Them the rules. Yes, sir. Dean Evoto, sir. Please. Don't put me in black hole. Don't send me to L land. That's what you better do, bitch. That's what you better do. But it's in this that we get a transition to a scene that's very important. We head back to Nasata, right? And you got that boy Gintoku sitting up here like, man, I'm so sorry, 2018, about everything he did to Usumi because in our word of the day, again, rationale is we understand and we knew this, but we didn't know it, but you could kind of assume that you did, was when Gintoku shot a man, he sat up here and destroyed all of his rationale. Because we learned in this scene where he's conversating with Japanese Lois Lane about how I can get in them draws tonight because, we are the new ship of this show right now. I remember when he wasn't this way. But we always thought Glasses Man was a little off the hinges. But you hear in this thing of he told me once what he really wanted. He just wanted to chill and relax and just be in peace. But ain't that what you all want? But again, highlighting the word rationale, kids. What will you do to get it? What will you do? We learn later in this episode, and I'm just going to highlight it now, but we'll come back to it later, about what Usumi's goal ultimately is. It's like all he want to do is science shit. He trying to be Bill Nye the Japanese science guy in this motherfucker. Like all he want to do is cook work up. Cook. That's all he want to do. He want to stir that. He want to stir that science pot. We going to get a lot of this later and more of that rationale, but I just want to set the stage of this is who Usumi is. Like, before he got shot, he was just a man that like, yo, I just want to cook some work, man, and I just want to do my thing in peace. Man, daddy number for life. You know what I'm saying? That's all you was. A man shoot you, he changes his face into another man, then you watch the dude you've been sitting up here putting in work in forever or whatever, sit up here and get murked by the dude you now work for. That'll do a number to anybody. It's that, and again, and continuing to feel that rationale, is that we also understand in that same scene, because they bounce back and forth, about more Gintoku of understanding and knowing that, yo, you fucked up badly. That sometimes all it takes is one left turn to sit up here and completely change a man from who he wants to be and to who he has no choice in being. And that is a dramatic jump. That's a dramatic jump for anybody. And that's real life shit. Everybody done been through that. Me, you, somebody you know, where everything cool. Until you have to remember and realize that in this world, this is a game of survival. And you got to do whatever you got to do to survive. So you may have to take a left turn for your survival because, yo, it can end at any time. So you got to do what you got to do to survive until it's your turn. And in that, that's what I grasped from that back and forth of understanding of, this is what I wanted once as a man. All I wanted to do was cook work in the lab and just be at peace and serve Daddy Namba all day, no homo. That's all I wanted to do. But then, a dude I thought was my homie put a bullet in me to cover his own ass. And it's like, nah, man, fuck all this. Nah, never fucking mind. No. This is what I'm doing now. And it's like that one action by someone else can completely change you for who you are. Just to set the scene for later, you have Gintoku, to who this day is still now that he's on this quest of your daddy's dead. You need to find the truth about being a real fucking man instead of a little slut ass bitch of I can't do bitch shit no more. I gotta do real nigga shit now. I gotta sit up here and I have to own up to my mistakes. I have to own up to know that because of my choices, even though yes, those choices were under, let's call it duress. Let's call it duress. Let's call the activating of Pandora's box duress. Let's call it what it is, no matter how it happened or why. Let's just call that because your one goal is to unite this country no matter what. You had a lot of people in that audience that was on some other shit, but they long fucking gone. But the point is, when your drive is driven by something, no matter what it is, whether it's you, whether you trying to reach that goal for somebody else, or whether you've been taken over by the suggestion of a magic fucking box from fucking Mars, it doesn't change that that's what your rationale was, and that you'll do whatever it takes to get there. And that's where he is as a character, of trying to make up for those mistakes. Like, yeah, it took Evoto delivering your daddy the ultimate fucking L that he dodged the bullet for, so that you could complete this damn freight turn because you the best worker in this damn show. But regardless of all of that, it's still what it is. Your rationale has been altered because, see, now you are no longer being driven by an existential force of why you want a thing. You want a thing because you want a thing. And this has been a thing for episodes when we found out the truth of he's been since drained of whatever Pandora's box, whatever that fuel that gave him the fire that led to all of this in the first place. It's not you want it for a reason that you could say is a legitimate reason. That you can say is a legitimate reason for what it is. Meanwhile, during that scene where, Kasumi Takaragi was like, yo, I want to kill Banjo to Yuga. Banjo left because he had a dream about Mars getting fucked up. Oh, and then Mita and Stan ran up in the hood and jumped him. And then we jumped to a scene later, they just sit up here boxing with each other. Like, yo, let's sit up here, build our levels up, home. Kick, punch. It's all in the mind. I'm not going to. We should play Parappa on this show, but we won't do that now. But regardless. So they build and have the levels up, and then they have a discussion, again, about today's word of the day, rationale. They sitting up here discussing Sento and everything that's going on in this thing of, like, yo, that's fam, dog. And it sucked that this happened to him, but we gotta do what we gotta do. That we gotta do whatever it takes. And this is me Tanner Stan saying this. Like, yo, we gotta do what we gotta do, man. Like, yo, it's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to make those sacrifices. Your reason is gonna be tested. More of rationale and its different verb tenses of your reason will be tested for what it is that you want to do. But can you make that call? Can you make the sacrifices and do what's necessary? You got to. You are indeed the hero that's protecting this world, so you got to do what you got to do. And that's the conversation between them, just scrunched up like this, like that. And you got Banjo in the cut to send up here like, yo, I miss my homie, dog. I miss my homie. That regardless of who in his head now and what he want to do to me, I miss my family, dog. I'm like, I remember, I'm just sitting up here just, just adding something to the scene of, look, I remember when I first met this fool. I didn't think we was gonna get along, but yo, he more than someone in my current art. That's brother. That's my brother. That's family. And I'm gonna do whatever to protect my family, dog. And I'm like, and this family that just started out with me, him, and Masora, and dude who's not dude, but not dude, but not dude. Hashtag, I don't know. Ifo Dosuke Kaku. We'll just go with that. But anyway, regardless of all of that, this family is grown. Japanese Lois Lane, you, even fucking evil Alucard on motherfucking ass, man. But we a family and we gotta do this together. So my rationale is taking care of my people. And that's important to realize that that's part of Banjo's character. That I got to do what I got to do to hold my people down. And I'll make that sacrifice no matter what. If I got to steal a full bottle from the big bad of this show, reincarnate that sumbitch and turn into a North Cross Street Dragon so I can go magma on a motherfucker, then that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm going to make those sacrifices. But that's who Banjo has been as a character this whole time. As someone who is willing to make these sacrifices every single time, not because of you doing what you got to do, but that the simple overarching fact of I'm gonna take care of my fam, and in that I'm gonna be selfish enough to take care of everybody else who can't take care of themselves, and that's the feeling that I can relate to. That real talk, That the reason why I'm on this camera right now talking about this show is because this is a selfish act. I want to talk about this show, and you are free to listen, but just know I do this for me and not for you. But I've made that point many times. So let's just put it in the real that everything that's on this channel from this point, that ever since I got out the hospital and been doing my motherfucking thing, has been for me and has been 101% selfish. And sometimes, as someone with a rationale that nasty, that dirty, that grimy, sometimes your rationale has to be selfish. It has to start insular, and it has to come and protrude forward and show anybody, you mess with me, you mess with my people, you gonna get this motherfucking work. Believe that shit, and that's what it has to be. But meanwhile, while we having this moment, they get a call. Hello? Hey, niggas attacking, y'all better come the fuck over here. Okay, so yeah, niggas attacking. Because early in the episode, you had that boy Evoto, like, yo, I'm finna be prime minister now, you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna be old nigga now. I wanna be prime minister. Yo, we finna sit up and we finna run the table. Run it. So table get ran. That boy who soon show up with the squadron, just like they show this scene of people getting murdered and robots and shit. And then you got me tying the stand, and you got that boy the Juggernaut bitch, and they show up and put in work. So work is getting put in for a while. In this, you know what I'm saying, Bonjo and me tying the stand sit up for showing that we can take L's for the good of the show. And that boy Matt Rogue sits up here and puts in this wizard. And all of that happens. Oh, Takumi Kasaragi shows up, and the thing I have been waiting all episode to discuss. See, I'm going to tell y'all something for real. I appreciate how they handled this Takumi Kasaragi stuff, especially when he transformed. Because they sit up here and explain why when he sat up here and turning a rabbit, why he wasn't jumping around and sitting up here doing it. I had to retool this stuff to do it for me. I appreciate that stuff because, see, it reminds me of something, because how much so badly I want another Climax Heroes game because of what they did with Birth when it came to with Godo and Date, how you could select the different forms and they had different moves and stuff. I'm gonna scratch my ear. I would love to see another Climax Hero game that has the difference between Sento and Takumi Dog and had those two different forms. That would be nuts. That would be nuts. And I'm like, yo, I appreciated that the narrative took the time to explain, like, yo, I'm somebody different, because he got in and sat up here and did stuff that I will not spoil for anybody who hasn't saw any movies or anybody that didn't catch the link when, you know what I'm saying, when things were happening in other shows that I will not name. But that throwback to that stuff, just sitting up here saying, like, yo, Kamen Rider bills mean blah, blah, blah. Now you're finna get your ass whooped. As a fan of this show, as a fan of Kamen Rider, I appreciate that the narrative took its time to sit up here and explain, like, yo, this is what the fuck is going on. So, hey, it is what it is. Yeah. He takes L's. He takes L's for Mad Road Rapist. He takes L's. He takes L's because you know what's coming. He took them L's. He tried to stand up to the boy. I'm like, I appreciate that, yo. It's good to know that the Evo driver works like that. I think I understood that in past episode that it did, but he sat up here with the Pirate Russia. Let me sit up here and burn this train. Yo. Shout out to my boy Jay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to get back on it. We need to get back on Climax Fighters. Like, I remember I was getting blown up heavy playing Climax Fighters against him because all he did was hit with Pirate Russia until I learned how to deal with that shit. But that's what training, what a great training partner will do. That you learn how to do things. So, you know, some of that fighting game shit that I love so much bleeding into a review for Kamen Rider. But anyway, after all of that, the most important thing in this show happens. And I'm going to be 100% real in telling you what happened as I watched it. Bonjo takes an L, and Mad Rogue does the thing that villains do. Ha 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 ha. Blah 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 blah. I'm going to whoop your ass. Blah. You know what I'm saying? That happened. It's in this more that rationale. Because Takumi Kasaragi tries to use Trinket, as we'll call it, because I'm like, Genius Bottle, fuck it, because if you came here to watch this, you already knew what the hell happened. You just trying to get my take on it. So, Genius Bottle, okay? Genius Bottle. Genius Bottle. Genius Bottle. Genius Bottle. He sits up here, I'm having writer dysfunction, why don't this thing work? It's in this that we understand that we really get that we really get a real look at who Takumi Kasaragi is and who Sento Kiryu has been this whole time. Is that what happened to Takumi? I'm like, that's a lot. That is a lot to really deal with. To sit up here and to have your scientific way, as it were, your sayendo, as we'll call it. Date Bayo, bitch. Whatever. We Naruto representing this motherfucker. But regardless. During all of this is that we get this long bitch of rationale of you have Usumi sitting up here saying like, yo, you know you want to be down with the gang too. Simply because, yo, you roll how I roll. You think how I think. As scientists, no matter what, we do what we got to do. And sometimes we do what we got to do because fuck the consequences. Because simply fuck the consequences sometimes. Because it don't matter. Because you gonna do what you have to do to push your science forward, no matter who you have to sacrifice, no matter who dies, no matter what happens. That's what it is to be a true scientist. At least in the eyes of both of those characters. At least until the moment that Takumi Kasaragi realizes he was completely and utterly fucking wrong, even though that he's realized this fact, that we've known this more than once, that he realized the fact that creating a rider system was going to lead to this. But he did it anyway to pursue his science. But it's in that sometimes that you learn that sometimes rationale can be 101% wrong. That you can do the right thing for the wrong reasons, or the wrong thing for the right reasons, or some combination of that. And it leads to things like, I don't know, a fucking writer war maybe. I don't know. But yes, we do know because we watch this show every fucking week. It is rationale sometimes that lead us to do the things that we do. I'm like, yo, y'all sitting up here looking at a person who has done the right thing for what he thought was the right reason, and am now paying the price for that and having to do things that I didn't think I ever would have to do. You are watching a reason why that I made a right decision for what I thought for the right reason, and it didn't pay off for me. So you have to sit up here and you have to take your pieces. You got to scatter them back together. You got to look down and look at them and figure out how to make it work. Again, like I talked about earlier, this is selfish. Me reviewing this show every week and getting in front of a camera now, which used to be audio shit, is selfish. Making the decision to use this camera to talk my shit and have fun with you guys, reviewing Toku and all the other dumb stuff I do on this channel, selfish. SELFISH. Fucking selfish. Selfish reason. My reasons for doing what I do. My rationale as to why. I can relate to what's going on in front of me. And I'm glad that I have the opportunity to tell you that the show is resonating with me in a way because of what it is you're watching right now. Sometimes rationale is just rationale. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but your rationale is your rationale. It will always be that. Sometimes you may have to apologize for the things that you decide to do. Sometimes it's a thing that happens. That does not mean, and I mean, it does not mean that there's a right or wrong answer. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. And in the instance of the two humans we are talking about, the two characters in this show, for assuming he's been driven over the fucking edge, that everything that has led up to this point, that the show is sitting up here trying to characterize Usumi as he did it for the science, but we know that's not 101% true. Watching someone he truly cared about, and I'm honestly sitting up here saying this, trying to be in the shoes of Usumi. Watching somebody you care about die in front of you, and then the person who died in front of you is sitting up here telling you more or less, get down or fucking lay the fuck down. You got to make a choice. So you sit up here and your rationale becomes selfish. Your rationale now becomes survival. So yeah, I'll take your Evo driver, I'll take your fucking bottles, I'll become mad rider rapist, and I'm finna fuck everybody up. What's really hood? Cause sometimes that's what you gotta do. The other side of the ball, we got Takumi Kasaragi, who understood that my rationale in my head was right. It ended very fucked up, like for real. But now I understand what Sento has been going through this whole time. Ultimately, through all of his misadventures and laughter, and Banjo's my homie, and different forms, becoming, hazarding the power of slavery, law, and all of that stuff to lead into the point of the rationale as to why. Love and peace. That didn't actually come up, but this is just me inferring on the characters, giving what I'm giving. That when you ultimately understand the other side of the ball, the rationale of others, even if that other is an alternate version of yourself, wonderful things can happen when understanding of rationale becomes one. They do some ET shit, and then the transformation. Oh yeah, genius! And then the episode ends. So next episode, we finna get some genius showcase. So you guys be ready for that. Yo, I'd like to thank you guys, man, for joining me for another installment. Kamen Rider Build, episode number 39, The Unstoppable Genius. Yo, got a lot of work today. Got a lot of work. Got a lot of things. Lots of things popping off. Hey, live streams just pop off when the hell ever. So you know what I'm saying. All 3 weeks, whatever it is we doing. Like yo, just keep abreast on the channel. See what it is that we doing around here. You know what I'm saying. Appreciate that. Y'all appreciate y'all coming through, man. I seriously, for real, hope you guys learned something for real because yo, this episode was very special to me because I'm gonna be for real. I'm gonna put this out there before we get up out of here. When this happened, Rider tears. Like, and you watch Kamen Rider, and you know, like when that overflow of emotion comes, when you see like people come up, I clapped, had some tears in my eyes, like yo, this is going down. This is what I've been waiting for my boy Sento, man. And I'm like, yo, I'm proud that this is happening, and I'm proud that I get the opportunity to do this every weekend. Like I said, everything that I do on this channel, like yo, call it what it is. It's selfish. Because I could have stopped. I could have just said, fuck it, whatever. I can't make money on this no more. I can't do this. They ain't going to let me do that. Nah, I can't the opposite. So now I can't do nothing. Now I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want because who's going to stop me? Nobody, baby. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about that. But yo, we got more show for you. So be sure to be back here when we have more show. Thank you guys for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speak Song. And we will be right back after these commercial messages. So what we got? Super slavery trigger, genius, mad raper rogue. We got all kind of 4 balls for that ass. Ciao.